I always say that Miami is a teenager with a mustache.
Miami is in its early 20s. We've got swagger, we've got opinions, we've got courage, we've got energy. We know where we want to go.
We're a fun teenager. Miami's still enough of a blank canvas that you can come here and leave your mark.
We're going through like a renaissance right now because Miami's young. And it's like we're just starting to be like, oh, okay, this is what I like, and oh, I like this food, and oh, I like this music, and oh, wow, this is an interesting new bar, and oh, look at this new architecture. And it's like you're learning, you're getting your taste, your footing, your feel for things.
But actually, we're young adults. We are healthy, we are well educated and getting better educated. We are diverse. We are absolutely open to change, but have criteria.
In Miami, you can come to a city and within a month be a real player who is making change and building something and growing it in a way that I don't think you can really find in other cities in the United States.
So I'm here in Miami because I'm excited to be part of this. It's almost like being in a really good TV show. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I know that I have to be here and I have to experience it to be able to tell that story.
There are many advantages to being in Miami for a business, and I can point out many of those. It's talent, it's climate, it's quality of living, it's schools. I mean, we really have some incredible advantages.
We're not going to be another San Francisco, we're not going to be another Boston, we're not going to be another Tel Aviv. I think it's going to identify its own presence.
Why Miami?
Because you can do anything that you want here. If you can dream it, you can build it.
Isn't it amazing that we get to live and work where everyone else wants to vacation?
The weather, or the growing cityscape, or the tax incentives to be here, I don't think you can pick one. It's the combination that makes the ecosystem of why people want to come here.
Puedo ser yo misma, puedo hacer negocios siendo yo misma, no voy a engañar a nadie. Soy quien soy con mis luces y con mis sombras.
There's an incredible talent base. There are incredible institutions looking to support and foment entrepreneurial development. We're in a geography that's favorable. The list goes on. And so by that criteria, Miami is probably the best city we could be in.
I think that Miami is a really beautiful paradox. I think that it's most known for its beaches, the bikini scene, and there is that. That's real. That's part of our city, and we must embrace that. We are also a mecca of corporations. I mean, look at us downtown. If you count the number of cranes that you see going up, building new buildings, so we balance those opposing sides really well.
Miami's destiny is its geography, and Miami's destiny is its demography. Those are constants, location and the mix of people. Our population has grown. It's almost tripled in size. A population that is incredibly diverse and increasingly is foreign-born.
Miami is built on the experience of exiles. This is hugely important in understanding the psychology of Miami. This was an expectation that I'm as good as you are, and I intend to return when it is possible for me to do so. It is a matter of pride, it is a matter of attitude, it is a matter of how you imagine yourself and your community.
We're also still very young. We're kind of 100 years old. So we're not dragging a lot of tradition behind us. We are actually making those traditions, but knowing that when we make them, we can also step away from them. They're our traditions, and we can make our choices, what works and what doesn't work, and then we can push on from there, based on what's good for this city, for all the citizens of this city. It's a remarkable phenomenon.
Creo que aquí hay esa especie de alineación astrológica que provoca que el gran talento, gente con pocos recursos que es capaz de salir adelante y ahora capital, va a ayudar a hacer crecer grandes cosas aquí. Por eso guay Miami, porque todo esto ya está sucediendo y es imparable.
Ford made the announcement earlier in 2018, so we're in year one. Ford's objective is to launch a commercial self-driving business in 2021. So we've got 3 years to run 2 parallel tracks, developing the technology, mapping the streets of Miami-Dade County, while also on the strategic side, building a business. A lot of factors went into choosing Miami. First, it is a great climate and it was very conducive to year-round testing of the autonomous vehicle technology. Second, it's a big city for ride-hail, so for movement of people, there's a lot of demand. And third, really progressive local leadership in Miami-Dade County and at the state that made it a friendly place to do business.
This is an ideal time to be a business in Miami. We have some wonderful companies that have their homes based here in Miami and in South Florida. We're a tax-free environment for businesses for the most part. No personal income tax, a very low business tax. We have a very low unemployment rate, which contributes to the overall impact here in the United States. Our geographic proximity to Latin America is also a huge advantage for Miami. We have, between the United States or North America and South America, we have nearly 1 billion people. And that creates an incredible opportunity for commerce, for businesses that are looking to do business here in the United States. We are just a wonderful location for that.
Yo soy un inmigrante, nací en Argentina, viví en varios países y en varias ciudades en Estados Unidos, y en el momento que llegué a Miami decidimos que este era el lugar donde queríamos crecer la familia. Encontramos la necesidad de una plataforma como Nearpod hace 6 años. Nearpod ha levantado 32 millones. Nosotros le damos una herramienta a los maestros para que los maestros enseñen mejor. Justamente con nuestra plataforma, los estudiantes, gracias a la tecnología, pueden participar y colaborar más en clase. Hacemos que la clase sea mucho más interactiva gracias al uso de la tecnología, obviamente con pedagogía y bien utilizada en la clase.
Anybody can come from anywhere in the world, start a business here, and feel comfortable on day one. And as a city, we just want to make it easy for them. We are diversifying our economy day in and day out. We're becoming much more tech-oriented. We're scaling up tremendously. We want to be business-friendly. We want them to feel comfortable here. And we want people to be able to enjoy themselves, not to worry about government getting in their way.
So we started the company here in Miami after doing a lot of research into different markets. We actually decided to move to Miami for a few reasons. And one was the fact that you can tell there's something really exciting going on in the technology ecosystem here. There's a lot of companies that are making big investments, are making big plays into the future. But I think more importantly for us, it's a chance where you can still have a big contribution to where this ecosystem is going.
We went from concept to launch in 4 months. It's been incredible to see how accessible even the most accomplished people are in this ecosystem. So I think that's a really exciting thing to be part of, and you know, gets us up every day to come to work. So it's awesome.
It's great. So we didn't do.
Miami thought intentionally about who it wanted to be as an entrepreneurial ecosystem before it began building that. Many other cities, it just happened, right? And there's a beauty in that too, but because we planned for that, you have resources and a network of people who've thought through how to make this entrepreneurial ecosystem really inclusive to all. And so entrepreneurs who want to come to Miami should know that there are those resources there for them.
We know that entrepreneurs are the drivers of the innovative solutions that none of us have come up with yet. They're the people that are taking research out of universities and making it into solutions that are helping in hospitals and in cities and in corporations. So CIC believes in the entrepreneur, and every single thing that we do is based around how do we accelerate the development of entrepreneurship and the scaling of businesses in the communities that we're in. That's what CAC likes to do. We like to come into communities where there's an incredible set of opportunities, and we like to help those communities develop those opportunities.
After 2.5 years, we've seen, as I mentioned, over 30,000 people come through our Thursday gathering. We've partnered with over 700 and at this point 50 different local and national organizations that are creating better opportunities for access to resources for entrepreneurs. But the really great thing is we've been able to provide a platform that has allowed us to host at least 1,500 free educational breakout sessions in areas like, understanding your brand, impact modeling, connecting with lawyers, accountants, and other folks that are really teaching entrepreneurs the hard skills they need to grow and scale their businesses.
We need to be trying to be as representative as possible of the society in which we live in. Because if the entrepreneurship is only happening up here, and the innovation is only happening up here, and none of it is able to touch the communities that need it most, I actually think that in the long run, we won't even be competitive anymore.
I think after all of that took off in Wynwood, it kind of changed everything. Like, people were walking outside, they were looking at art, they were meeting artists, talking to artists. Before that, you couldn't really do that.
You just have to look around you to see the work of artists. It's in our language, it's in our architecture, it's in the very fabric of our society.
I think we are democratizing classical music. We have turned the building inside out, and we have made this music available to anyone who chooses to come. So this is about an outward motion. This is about embracing the community, and that is a democratizing factor. It's there for everyone. We have the chance to experience this music with each other, and that's what makes a great city.
There's a lot better of an infrastructure here than there used to be. There's a lot more institutions that are in place that are able to support music and arts in general, and also other forms of creativity that didn't really exist. And that is an amazing opportunity for anyone who wants to stay and create here.
It's like an old cooking pot, that your mom cooks with, that has 30 different things still on it, from 30 years, So that's how Miami is, and I like to think that's how my music is. It's a mixture of so many different flavors,
There is no place that I've been to in this world that has the same kind of emotional connection that Miami has with its people and its food and its flavor.
When I see and what I feel about Miami is just the energy to create, the energy to flow. It's an entrepreneurial energy. And people, they don't all have the same type of job. They don't all do the same type of thing, and it's really the type of place where people have side hustles. People pursue their passions.
The color of Miami?
That's a wonderful question.
Blue and the orange sky when the sun rises in the morning.
Terracotta orange.
El rosado.
The purples.
Miami, if it had to be defined in one color, it would be neon.
First of all, when I think of Miami, I don't think of color, I think of clarity. I think of brightness. I think of an ability to distinguish a harmony of colors.
The sun is always rising in Miami. The sun is always up. It's bright, it's shiny. I see Miami as use a metaphor from an earlier area, as a shiny city on a hill that is just full of hope and full of opportunity.
Miami is the future. It truly, truly is. If you want to see what the rest of the country is going to look like 30, 40 years down the road, you look at Miami now. If you want to look at a place that is 65% Hispanic, you come to Miami now. If you want to look at a place that's dealing with sea level rise and having to make large-scale public and private sector investments on the future of the city, you come here. And hopefully we solve a lot of these challenges, but just the process of understanding what works and what doesn't work, and the ability to iterate and to see what kind of comes of age and what kind of comes together as a community is something that you can try out in Miami that you just can't get in other cities in the US right now.
Miami is ground zero for sea level rise and for climate change, and we're on the world stage as the ones in the forefront, and what we do here and the solutions that we can fight for here and provide here, the world is going to watch, and we are going to be the leaders in that front and in that movement. And so I think that that's a really unique and special opportunity for Miami, and also a challenge.
I don't think I'd be able to work on as many topics that are dear to me and that I am passionate about, and to feel like I'm being effective and impactful in them with a cohort of incredible peers in almost any other city.
One word for Miami? That's tough. Oh man, there's so many words.
Just vibrancy.
When I hear Miami, I think of flavor.
World class.
Miami on mahtawa.
Diversity. The one word that I describe Miami in is energy.
Transformational.
Intriguing.
Diversity.
Fun.
I think water.
Alegría.
Excitement.
Hope.
Opportunity.
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 Advantage.
Éxito. Success.